Today we're going to learn the new topic with the name the 7 important life offering. Seven important life offerings. And this is one of the topic that you all will have to do the test at the end of the course, the mentor course. And this topic will divide into many different subtopics. In these big topics, it will be divided into many subtopics. Therefore, either you use this topic to practice, apply in your life, or in order to use it at the end of the learning and do the test. Okay, then it is an important topic to learn, and we have 2 sharing sessions. The noon session for this topic specified for Mentor 7, and the evening session is for communities. But all in all, they are the same. For the same, the only difference is that the person who participate, the people who participate in the programs will be different. Otherwise, the content will be the same, right? Just like when you are in school, if you are learning at high school and you learned about Shakespeare, for example, you will learn different things of related to Shakespeare. But if you go to university and study, let's say literature's major, then you learn about Shakespeare in a different point of view, different topic, different subject related to Shakespeare. Okay, and the journey that we learned, this journey, so this topic is called the 7 important life offerings. The 7 important life offerings. The time to learn this topic, we have 7 sessions from 11:30 to 1:30 at lunchtime. Okay, and at the beginning, you're gonna listen to music before we starting the session. Okay, so let me ask you a questions. So in Mentor 7, is there anyone here free at the beginning of the session and help hosting, doing an MC position? Okay, and discuss with everyone, helping everyone to share lesson, impression, realization. Okay, starting the conversation, connecting everyone in Zoom at the beginning of the session for about 15 minutes. So anyone free to do that, raise your hand. Okay, and chị Nghĩa raise her hand to volunteer for that position. So at the first 15 minutes of the session, okay, we will have someone to help with connecting everyone, okay, sharing and discuss with everyone, letting everyone share the lesson, impression, and realizations. Okay, so there's a lot of people raise their hand already. Okay, so we're going to have 7 MC for the 7 sessions. Okay, chị Nguyễn, chị Nghĩa, the first day, chị Nguyễn, anh Văn. Okay, and today is the first session, so I already the MC for today. But from tomorrow onward, we have 6 more sessions. Okay. And then we're going to divide it in for 6 people to do it. One person will help with different sessions. Okay. Right. So there's 6 people from the 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th of January. Okay. And whoever signed up for the MC position, remember to turn up 50 minutes earlier or even earlier than the normal time, okay, in order to interact with everyone and supporting the Zooms. Okay, right, thank you ever so much for that. There's a participant asked that her house member lost the email with the Zoom link to enter into the Zoom. So what can she do about it? All right. Cô Minh said that, okay, all the leaders of each group, each home, okay, you all have the contacts of all the teachers who support a certain areas within the organization, so you know who to contact to. Okay, I'm not dealing with that. Okay, and the Quang, he confirming who the people who do the MC position with the comment right now. Okay, so whoever in Mentor 7, if you're unable to arrange your time to participate in this topic at lunchtime, then it's best you should participate in the evening if you want to be successful in this life. Because in this topic, we're talking deeper of the 7 offerings. Okay, so let me exchange with you a few things before we start, in order for me to know what you already know about the 7 offerings. Okay. So at the lunch session, we have an advantage that you all are mentor, so you already learned this topic before. Okay, so you already have advantage compared to the people who participate in the evening sessions who might not heard it before. Okay, so we draw a triangle, and on the top of triangles we write offering. Okay, and offering, and sometimes we don't, instead of offering, people says giving. And sometimes people do not use any of these words, but they use the word creating value. Creating value. Okay. So either giving, offering, or creating value. We do use these words interchangeables in our society. And with offering, when we heard the words offering, sometimes we heard people said that giving, and other people in society, they said creating value. So let me ask you, okay, what do you think when you heard the word offering? Okay. There's no right and wrong answer here. I'm just asking that, how do you feel? How do you feel when you heard the word offering? And Tuấn said that whenever he heard the word offering, he think of Buddhism. And Chị Mai said when she heard the word offering, she think of giving. Yes. And chị Mùi said that in the past, when I heard the words offerings, I'm thinking of, I'm going to give. But since I learned about inner being, okay, I understand that offerings include so many things. It's not just material. It's not just giving material stuff. And since I joined WIT, I realized that there's 7 offerings, and the most important thing is started from our heart, from inside of us, not about giving what outside. And Coleman said, so now you open up your perspective. You open up your perspective to more than before, right? I see and Đức raise his hand. Okay. And Đức said that, thank you, teachers, for calling my name. And according to Buddhism, when we give something to other people, and sometimes we give our wealth, sometimes we give our body, sometimes we give our the advice to other people, and the most important thing to give is giving nothing. So that's what I understand. And Coleman said, and Đức said that when we talk about offerings, the offering relate to the Buddhist Dharma, right? And there's a few people think that the word offering is a bit too much. Means that we are giving to the people who less than us, and people often telling others that I don't need you to offering me anything, okay? Because they think that offerings is negative, okay? And they think that I'm not lacking anything, so you don't need to offer me anything at all, okay? But the word offering actually is very beautiful, okay? We do not think that we are superior than the other in order to offer, okay? And there's a few more people raise hand. Chị Tuệ Như, okay, said that, right? So before I learned WIT, okay, and whoever told me that they offer me something, I will get sulky and don't like them at all. But since I learned this knowledge from WIT, I understand that whoever offer me something, they have a poor heart. They just love me and want to support me. Okay. Right. So Chị Như, she explained this word in terms of meanings, right? So when we offer something, we do not demand anything back. We do not require to get anything back. Thank you, Chị Tuệ Như. I would like to invite chị Phương Thảo. Chị Phương Thảo said, thank you ever so much for calling my name. So what I used to do is that when I have something, I'm willing to share it. If I'm happy, I really want other people to be happy as well. For example, in communication with other people, with my college and work, and sometimes I just do something nice for them, a nice gestures for them, and that means I already offering some. Okay, and every day I make myself better in order for other people to see me and they believe more in life. Okay, so that is a way of offering, of giving. So if I have time, I can give time. If I have energy, I give energy. If I have ability, I give ability. But the thing is that I'm happy to be able to do it, happy to be able to give, to do it for other people. So that's how I be able to practice offering in my life in a simplest way. Okay. Yeah. Thank you ever so much for listening to me. Comment said, thank you chị Phương Thảo. And chị Thanh Nga also want to share. Thank you, teachers, for calling my name. With me, offerings is my action. The action that I want to help other people relate to material and spiritual aspect. Based on what I know, I share the philosophy of life to others so that they can live less suffering. Woman said, thank you ever so much. Yeah. So there's someone typed in the chat box that when we are little and someone took something from us, then and we unable to take it back, then we think to ourselves that, oh, I'm just offer that to him. So that idea of thinking, okay, of offering is the negative, right? And now we switch our understanding of offering to positive direction. Okay, and the people in religions, they often think of the word offerings in the good terms, but sometimes in society, they think the word offerings in the negative term. And we will learn this word, learn this knowledge. And then later on, you are the mentor. You're going to share this knowledge and help people in our society to understand about offerings in the right way. Okay, obviously we're not going to share like the meaning, like the meaning of this, like Buddhist people often explain. Okay, because we just live in this world, right? Each of us, we will have a different religions. Okay, but regardless of whichever religion you follow, what you want is meaningful life, a good life, right? Okay, so what we want to help is for people to have the right awareness of offering, and not just helping other people, but also helping ourselves. And according to the reference system that we learned here, then if we look at the triangle of reality, we can see that we have three angles. The angles of information, angle, okay, energies angle, and material. So in society, we often say that people love giving, right? And you often tell everyone that you love to give to society, to give back to society, right? And in religions, especially Buddhism, in Buddhist, they use the word offering. And in our society, in business, people often use the words creating value. So they seem to be similar, which mean similar meanings, which mean that we bring our value to other people, but they are actually very different. Giving, okay, is only in terms of information, which means we have something and then we give to other. It's just the information terms, right? It relay giving is only belong to the information corner, information angle, which means we have something and we want to give. Okay, so when you give, do you create value? Are you sure that when you give, you have already created value? Not sure, right? Put it simple that you cook a bowl of, you cook some soup, right? And you bring that soup and give it to your neighbor. And your neighbor is on the way out to work, so they said that, oh, I take it, but I might not use it now, but later. So what they may refuse to take it, right? So you give, but doesn't mean that you create value for others. And offering is more relating to the energies. The energies here mean that the person who give, okay, they are happily giving, and the person who receive, they also happily receiving. So it's all about the energies when we talk about offering here, okay, where the giver and the receiver, they both happy, okay. So offerings is in terms of energies, which means the receiver and the giver, they are both happy to give and to receive. That's when we said that we offer, okay. And when we talk about creating value, right, before we talk about that, so in offering we said that the person who offer and the person who receive, okay, the person who offer and the person who receive it, okay, are we sure that they both creating value? They both create value? Again, not sure, right? Okay. For example, okay, get back to the example earlier when we cook soup and we give it to offer it to the neighbor. So the neighbor accept it, take it inside the house, and then they get busy and they forget to eat it. I totally forget about it. By the time they get back to it, it's gone bad already, right? Okay. So would we already giving them value yet? Create any value? No, right? We haven't created any value to them. We want them to eat because the soup is so good, but they haven't eaten it. So we haven't created any value to them. Therefore, in terms of material, at the material corner, so at the end of the process of giving offering, we reach creating value. Okay. So today we understand this diagram. This diagram is have a deep meaning to it. Okay. So when we give in terms of information. The other person can take it or do not take it, right? And when we talk about offering is in terms of energies at energy level. So, okay, and most of the time when we reach to offerings, we already reach material, okay. But furthermore, when we reach material corner here, material level, then we actually create value, okay. So we can say that the realities of creating value. You can write here that reality of creating value. The reality of creating value. Okay. So the offerings that we looking at, we're going to learn is at the energies of the reality creating value. Okay. So today we need to comprehend this diagram, because later on you will be the person who's sharing this topic. Okay. And obviously, when you share this knowledge to someone, we will not talk as deep as today. Okay. But you need to comprehend this topic, so when you talk to other people, they can be able to apply it in their life. Okay. So are we all clear about this now? Okay. So if it's sufficient, means that we are giving, then the other people receive. So we offer them, and then it will manifest into material by creating value. So when we learn this knowledge and we bring this knowledge and share it to everyone, okay? Have you ever shared this knowledge and people didn't want to listen, right? Okay. So have ever you encountered that situation? And sometimes people stop connecting with you because they don't want to listen to any of this. Okay. So here, and that's why here we continue to learn, because we want what we give, okay, other people be able to receive the value. What we give can bring value to other people. Okay. So as a human being, any of us need to understand this knowledge, especially the human energetic structure, right? So we do not have any personal just a minute. Personal gain. We do not seek for any personal gain or pursue personal benefit. Okay. We do not seek for any personal gain or personal benefit here at all. But all we want is to give and other people be able to receive it. Okay. So, and that will become our reality, and that reality is the reality of creating value. Okay. And once you share this knowledge, you be able to explain to other people clearly of this topic. Okay. So when you're giving other people, and it's create the material in terms of creating value for people. Right. So when we learn this knowledge, we bring this knowledge to other people. Okay. And when we share with other people, we do not require to seek for any personal gain at all, because all we want is to give other people value. So our heart, we have the poor heart in giving here. Yeah. And when we learned 7 offerings, we understand that when we give, we need to have a poor heart. Okay. Because we see that this knowledge is so precious, as a human being, any of us deserve to understand about the human energetic structure. So we do not seek personal gain, seek personal benefit. So that is the energies of offerings. And by then the listener, they will open their heart to listen to what we talk, what we share, and then they will receive it. They will accept what we give to them. Okay. Right. And otherwise, if we meet other people and tell them that, oh, the inner being class is so good, I offer you the link for the class, go in there and listen to it, then it's not the energy that we want here. Okay. The person who offer and the person who receive, they both happy. They both have the happy energies in the peace, happy energy. Okay, so when we give, other people happy to receive, and we be able to create value to them. So in with organization, all the teachers wholeheartedly open the community class for everyone, days and night, and with the one purpose that helping people to understand this knowledge. So the inner being class, which name understanding inner being, creating inner peace, is an engine of balance merit and good balance merit, good merit. Okay. Since I know the organization until now is about 6 years. 6 years, okay. And this year is the 7th year. This is the 7 years. We have been continuously, the organization has been continuously organizing, having the class, organizing, sharing the class, understanding inner being, creating inner peace, in order to bring benefit to everyone, not just the person who share. Okay, when we share this knowledge to other people who come and learn this knowledge, that's which mean, and they receive the value from this knowledge, which mean we'll be able to create balanced merit and good merit. Okay, and the mentor class is the next level for us to understand that what do we need to do, what do we need to create, what need to do in order to create value, in order to accumulate balance and good merit. So the 7 offering class, 7 offering topic, it should belong to the understanding inner peace, creating understanding inner being, creating inner peace. Okay, but because the session of the inner being class is already too long, 21 session already, right? And if we already talk about 7 offerings in the 7 in the inner being class, then it's too long. It's too long. So the people who maybe at the beginning of the inner being class, then they be able to learn this topic inside the inner being class. Otherwise, nowadays we split them into 2 different classes. Regarding this diagram, we know that when our action of giving finish, means that we be able to create value to the receiver. Okay, this is very important to all the mentor, because we need to know when we give the value of knowledge to other people are they willing, are they happy to receive it, and will and do they change, do they transform? The moment that they change or transform, that is when we create value for other people. Otherwise, we continue to do it in 6 golden words, using 6 golden words in actions. Okay? Joyfully do, lightly do, trustfully do, lightly do, trustfully do, joyfully do, trustfully do, simply do, lightly do, consistently do, and wholeheartedly do. Okay, so 6 golden words in action. Okay, so continue to share this knowledge for other people. Right, so what is 7 offerings? We will talk about that in detail later. Okay, but now we're going to share the importance of the engine of balance merit, good merit to each of us. Okay. And someone asked, what is wholeheartedly do? Wholeheartedly do, which means we put our heart into everything we do. We put all our effort, all our energy into what we do. Is that okay? For example, when you wholeheartedly learn this knowledge, which means whenever the teacher shares this knowledge, you are willing to learn, spare all of your time as possible to learn the knowledge and put them into practice to do all the homework that the organization requires you to do. Okay, that is wholeheartedly do. So wholeheartedly is different from putting your heart into something. Right. So now we're going to talk about the importance of balanced merit, good merit in our life. The importance of balance, merit, good merit, in a person's life. In people's lives. In people's life. Can someone remind me what is the balanced merit and what is good merit? Okay, can someone remind me what is the balanced merit and what is good merit? Okay. Okay, and one of the participants has just tell everyone what does it mean. Okay. So we understand it simply. Okay. That balanced merit is the radiant energy. Okay, balanced energies. So balanced merit corresponding to the balanced energies. Okay. So balanced merit corresponds to radiant energy, or balanced energy accumulated when helping other people expand their inner awareness, okay, elevate levels of wisdom, especially wisdom level 3, okay, and bring joy to others in other words by fulfilling others' wanting and imagination about wealth, form, identity, eating, resting, containing within the shell of the inner truth, actually. So if we live in this, actually, there's some it's no good. Okay. Okay, let me read to you the definitions of balanced merit again. Okay, just a moment. Okay, let me look for definitions of it first, because I'm just checking and we seem to not having the right definition in our list just yet. Okay, right, here we go. Balanced merit. Yes, so balanced merit corresponding to the radiant energy. Công đức tương ứng với điện từ quang. So balanced merit corresponds to the radiant energies, or we can call it balanced energy, and contained within the shelter of the inner truth nature, accumulated when helping others expand their inner awareness and elevate their wisdom, level 3. Or, in other words, helping others receive the inner truth within themselves. And according to the Buddhist perspective, balanced merit is accumulated when helping others attain enlightenment and liberation. So when the blocks of balanced merit is initiate, it will help a person balance their inner being and awaken wisdom. So that's the definition of balanced merits. Okay, balanced merits correspond to the radiant energies and is accumulated when we help others expand their inner awareness and elevate their wisdom, or helping others receive their inner truth with themselves, receive the inner peace within themselves. Or we can also say that when we help people to realize their inner emptiness within themselves. So balanced merit relate to the fact that we're helping others to have wisdom level 3. And that's balanced merit is the radiant energy. So radiant energy block. And radiant energy is blocked. It doesn't appear in this life. Okay. So the radiant energy block, it doesn't corresponding to this positive and negative word, but positive negative energy word. So if you be able to achieve the balanced merit, then you will have the serenity life. But if you live in this physical world for so long and you only accumulate balanced merit, then you are unable to have sufficient material in this life. And we are all here. We are not choosing the to work in the religious path yet. Okay, so we are not focusing on how can we accumulate balanced merit in our daily life, but we understand that balanced merit correspond to the radiant energy, and the radiant energies is the balanced energies is the ultra high energy. Okay, and we know that. Okay, even though we try to accumulate balanced merit, we still unable to have it, because when you have too much balanced merit, it will be tarnished. It will tarnish in order for you to be able to live in this negative and positive energy life. Okay, and only when other people elevate their wisdom to level 3, then you'll be able to accumulate balanced merit. Okay, so when we give to other people, we can give as much as we want, but if other people haven't received it yet, the value that we give haven't created any value for them just yet, then still we haven't accumulated any balanced merit. But here we learn this knowledge in order to understand what is it. Okay, and understand that we have the inner truth within us. But doesn't matter how much we talk about inner truth, we do not know whether people receive the inner truth within themselves or not. Okay, and if you accumulate too much balanced merit, they will get tarnished. They get tarnished in order for you to be able to live in this world normally. Okay, there's a few people raised their hand, so we talk about. Anh Quyên raised his hand. Okay. Thank you, teacher, for calling me. My name is Long from the house 333. And I would like to read the definition of good deed. Okay. Good merit, Good merit corresponds to positive energies accumulated when bringing joy to others, or in other words, by fulfilling others' wanting and imagination about wealth, form, identity, eating, resting, content within the shell of human nature. Okay. So when the block of good merit is initiated, a person's life will correspondingly encounter desirable outcome. Common said that. Right, so you need to memorize the definition, everyone, because in the test, in the final test, okay, you have to read this definition sufficiently in order to achieve the full point. Okay, right. But we understand that in the essence, okay, good merit and bad merit, they are going hand in hand because they relating to the positive and negative energy. Okay, so good merit and bad merit relate to the positive and negative energy. So if you have more positive energy, which means you have more good merit. Right. And we understand that good merit will help you to have desirable outcome in life. Therefore, we should do something every day in order to accumulate good merit. We know about balanced merit and we still accumulate it, but we do not focus on accumulate so much balanced merit. Okay, we only need enough in order to awaken our wisdom. Okay, and in order to go back to our inner truth, in order to live in serenity, in the inner peace and serenity. That's all. But we still need the material world to be sufficient, so we would need good merit. Okay, is that right? Because everyone here, you all want to have sufficient life, right? Is there anyone here do not wish to have any material at all? Any of you here just want to sit in a corner and just want everything to be peaceful around you? You do not need your husband, your wife, your children, do not need to wear nice clothes, do not need to have your family, any relationships at all? Any of you here like that? Okay, any of you are here? Okay, it's like that. If you are like that, then this environment, it doesn't suit you at all. You might get resentment if you continue to follow this community, because this community is not a non-profit organization. Okay, we do not encourage people to go and practice or cultivate yourself, separate yourself from society. Okay, right, but this environment, this community, we created, we have the name as the limited company. We create a limited company, company. So it's an organization. We use business to do education. That's all. So if anyone here do not require any materials at all, and you just need to be yourself and live in inner peace, then this environment might not suitable for you at all. Okay, because as long as we live in this life, we still want to have sufficient material life, right? Because at the end of the day, we must be a person who are sufficient, who are wealthy enough, who are healthy enough in order to attract other people, in order to support other people. Because if you are so poor, if you do not have enough material life, are not wealthy enough, then no one will listen to you. Okay, the people who achieve a certain alignment and they achieve different kind of energies, they do not need material in order to talk to people. Okay, but wherever they appear, people will be will be able to see inner peace, and wherever they are, people will search for them, seek for them, to be close to them. So they are different types of people, but we are here is the normal people. Okay. Just a minute. Yes. Oh, okay. Yes. So we are heading toward the 7 holistic wealth in order to live a life of inner peace and serenity. We do not expect that we become any enlightened person or anything. Okay, but obviously, if you be able to achieve that position, then congratulations to you. But otherwise, we do not expect to become anyone. We're just normal people living in this world, but we do have a philosophy to live, and we want to share this knowledge to other people in the position of an inner being, consulting and coaching specialist, in order to help other people to master their inner being, master their health, master their relationships, master their finances. Okay, but before we're helping other people, then we need to help ourselves first. Okay. Our purpose is to master, to become, to master, to enrich, to master, to become, to evolve. So to enrich our 7 holistic wealth, wisdom, mentality, character, virtue, competency, physical health, material wealth, mastering our 4 aspects in life, our inner being, our health, our relationships, our finances, become wiser, become more sagacious, more erudite, more prudent, more erudite, and evolve into 9 types of people in one. So that is our purpose in this life. Okay. Now that some of you may have a different purpose here, okay, and some of you may want to achieve, may have a purpose to become a person that when you appear somewhere, then flower will bloom, birds will fly, people will automatically feel joyful and happy. That's what we're aiming to achieve here, okay? We just expect to have enough balanced merit and good merit. Balanced merit will help us to live a fulfilled spiritual life, and good merit will help us to have sufficient life. Okay, so balanced merit we cannot accumulate to other people. Good merit is the same, because balanced merit, good merit is the block of energies within our body. So we cannot help anyone else to accumulate them, but ourselves. And in order to accumulate balanced merit and good merit, right, we need to have a way, a method to do it. Because we know that when we have nothing to do, then we be with inner peace. And when we think of master, enriched master become evolved. And when we open our mouth, we apretell, right? We open our mouth to talk, we apretell. So apretell is a whole course itself. You have to learn that course in order to be able to open your mouth to apretell. So in the last session, I will just introduce to you the key of apretell. Okay, but you need to learn the course of the art of apretelling. Okay, and the art of apretelling is the course that we organize once a year, only cater for mentor. Okay, and in that course, we holding your hand to show you what to do and how to do things, and open our mouth to apretell. And when you do what you do, what do you do? Do 7 offering. 7 offering, practice 7 offering. That's why when we are here together, we learn about 7 offerings, so we know what to do with 7 offering. If someone asked the questions that our ancestor often said that children will inherit the good merit, balanced merit, and good merits of their parents. Okay. So, who asked these questions, please raise your hand so I can discuss with you, I can communicate with you and clarify this. Okay, so chị Nga said that, thank you teacher for calling me. So this perspective I have is because since I was little until now, I've lived with my parents, and they keep telling me that they live and do a lot of good deed, okay, and they good deed, and they accumulate balanced merit and good merit. And my dad always told me that the daughter will inherit the father good merit, and the son will inherit the mother good merit, mother fortune. So the daughter will inherit the father fortune, and the son will inherit the father fortune. The son will inherit the mother fortune. Sorry. So it's the opposite. Okay. And chị Phương Thảo said that I understand that the good merit that parents leave behind to us. Let's say I have lived the next 20 years, and I can pass that down to my children in terms of refining my characters, and that character I be able to pass down to my children. Okay, and that's that's what my mother passing down to us, that now me and my siblings, we loving each other, we connect to each other, and we choose to live good, we choose to become a good person in this society, and we live in peace with everything around us, everyone's around us. And we and my mother, she is a model. She pass all of those good character to us. And my parents also have a lot of good relationships, and those people, when I meet them, they said that they admire my parents, and therefore they are helping us now. Because some of the time we don't really know them, but because they had relationships with my parents, so because of my parents has passed down those relationships, so that is helping us nowadays. Thank you ever so much for listening. Right, so cô Thảo, you have scratched the right place. So everyone starts asking on the chat box. Okay, so when we're looking at the moral philosophy, when we heard our ancestors telling us, there's many different perspectives. Okay. So our jobs here is that we listen to all perspectives and need to clarify whether we have understand them clearly, understand them properly. And if we understand properly already, then we use our wisdom in order to differentiate right, wrong, okay, good, bad, should not, right? Okay, so the way that you're asking me now is for me to help you to differentiate between right and wrong, right? So let me ask you, because you already learned about the human energetic structure already, okay? Can you answer me whether children pick the parent to be born in that family, or the parents pick to give birth, pick the children to give birth in their family? So most majority of everyone answered that the parents pick the children. Okay, the parents picking children. So whoever agree with this, then raise your hand and talk to me. Okay, if any one of you, okay, think that the parents pick and choose which children to be born into their family, please raise your hand. Okay. Okay, raise your hand to talk. Okay, who have that? Who agree with that perspective? Who agree with that perspective? Please raise your hand so we can discuss and clarify this. Yeah, whoever agree with this perspective that the parent pick and choose the children to be born in their family. Okay, right, chị Lệ. So chị Lệ said that, thank you teachers. So my perspective is that parents pick and choose the children to be born, because parents can give birth to so many children, and they can choose whether they want to give birth to that particular child or not. Okay, and a lot of the time my parents told me that they has chosen to give birth to me. And Coleman said, so before you before you get pregnant, right? So you told me that you pick your children. Yeah, so before you get pregnant, where do you choose? Where do you pick and choose? Who do you pick and choose? Okay, so you pick and choose boy or girl, you pick and choose two to 3 children. You have the right to do that as a parent, but where do you choose them from? Where do you choose your children from? So the moment that they enter into your body, right? Okay, your body, right? And so where are they from? Okay, in one of the cases I know that the parents couldn't even pick and choose, because I know someone who got pregnant, and doesn't matter how much he tried to try to get rid of that fetal, that baby, she couldn't even successful in doing that, and at the end of the day she still give birth to that baby. Okay, So let's talk a little bit more about cosmological view here. Okay, so when we leave this physical body, right, what can we bring with us is the total karma, the total karmic cognition, total karmic condition, and total karmic outcome, right? So whoever believe that there is not many lifetime, there's only this lifetime and that's it, then we cannot talk anymore, right? So whoever only believe in the perspective that when you die, that's it, there no more, no less, then we cannot continue this conversation. But because you already learned about the human energetic structure already, and you understand that, okay, as a human being, we have many lifetimes, okay, and at each lifetime, when we leave this physical body, we bring with us the total karma, the three blocks of balanced merit, good merit, bad merit, okay. And when you leave this physical body, you have what called trung ấm thân. Okay, let me translate it because I don't really know this word. Okay, this is the word in Buddhist, and it said the intermediate state, the intermediate being. Okay, the intermediate being. This have another word is bado. Let's say the intermediate being. Yeah. Okay, so when you leave this body, when you leave this physical body, you enter into the state, and that state called the intermediate being. Okay, and that intermediate being carry the blocks of balanced merit, good merit, and bad merit. Okay, so that intermediate being, okay, have a certain energies that align with certain parents, and of course we have to calculate in here the total karmic condition. So the total karmic condition relate to whichever parents, then they will be born into that family, okay, and they will wait for that parent to appear in order for them to be born into that family. Okay, so if the karmic condition is not happen just yet, but it's too far away, then it's not going to happen yet. So remember, when we leave this physical body, we bring with us the total karmic condition, right? And in your total karmic conditions, you have the relationships with the connection with a farmer. Then you never be able to be born into a wealthy family, okay? Into a royal family, for example. Okay, so depend on your balanced merit, good merit. So those intermediate being, they depend on their total karma. They depend on their three blocks of energies. And they pick and choose the couple and enter into that couple life and be born in that family, right? So when we say that the parents, okay, leave their kids, their total balanced merit, good merit to inherit, okay, that is also not wrong but not right, okay, because that balanced merit, good merit have to be aligned in order for the child to be born into that family, okay. So because of the good merit of parent is like that, okay, so whichever being, okay, align with that good merit will be born into that family because they align, their resonance with that, align with that energy, right? So some of the children, they have already accumulated great a lot of good merit, okay, good merit over countless lifetime. So when they be born into this life, they be born into a royal family, a richest, wealthiest family. Okay, and the moment that they are born, they have many butlers who help them, who they have a lot of people who serve them already. Okay, so they actually inherit the good deed of their parents. Okay, but because they already accumulate their all good merit over countless lifetime already. Okay, I originate from Mark and Lenin's theory. So in the past I didn't believe in any of this. Chị Lệ said that. So how about the people who unable to give birth to any children? So they do not have any children. So what happened with the total karma?
Okay. I need to drop off something at UPS over by chicken at Publix. It's next to it as well.
It's good to be at work.
Okay.
I'll do that. Okay. You're still doing those meetings. You do like still 2 a day or something, probably at least.
One.
Alright.
Yeah, 2 of them. Sometimes one of them.
So you said you'll do 2 a week.
Let's continue. Okay. So we've let me go back a little bit. So chị Lệ said that so chị Lệ asked the questions, and the comment said those people who do not have good merit in having children. So we do not discuss more about what they do to not having children, okay? We do not discuss about that, because if we continue to talk about that, we will make people suffer. And if we do that, then we will lose our good merit. We know that in their total karmic conditions, the moment that they want to give birth, there is no intermediate being want to be born into their family, and that's why they are unable to give birth. So some people, they unable to, they don't have any children, but they are so wealthy. But because no intermediate being align with their energy, align with their block of good merit, good balanced merit, that's why they not having any children. They unable, the balanced merit, good merits are not aligned, and that's why they unable to enter into their life. Okay, so according to our ancestor, we in our society, we see that those people, they are trying to pray, to do a lot of good deeds, they will do a lot of volunteers, they volunteer work, they do a lot of philanthropy activity in order to pray, in order to have children, and to pray for the another being to have children, right? So some people who ask for another being, who willing to exchange their age, okay, their living time, exchange their wealth in order to have a children. Yeah, that they would try to basically bright to have a being enter into their life. Okay, but a lot of people do not believe in those stuff. Okay, but there's a number of people, they know that they unable to have children, and they will do whatever they can, okay, in order to be able to have children. Some of them, they gonna go with the religion's perspective. Some people will follow the tradition, the folk perspective.
Mẹ muốn ăn không?
Cái này mình đi ra ngoài chơi, dắt mình ra ngoài chơi đám cưới nhé, để mẹ chia sẻ Zoom nhé. Bye bye em. Mino đi ra ngoài đóng cửa lại nhé. Bye bye. Baby, chào em, chào em. Rồi đóng cửa lại, đi ra bà. So there's a lot of people, they do everything they can in the three perspectives, the moral philosophy's perspective, the religious perspective, scientific perspective. So they do IVF, for example. They go to the church, they go to temple to pray. They do everything they can. Sometimes even they do a lot of superstitious things in order to bribe all of the other being in order to have a children. Okay, and sometimes after they having the children, that children becomes a bad black sheep. Okay, they destroy everything that the parents created. Okay, it's because they have to pay for that. Okay, so the parent had to pay for the price that they have requested. Okay, because when they go and pray, when they go and do everything they can, they already utilize all of their good merit. Okay, so they already spend all of their good merit. By the time they have the children enter into their life, they have no longer have any good merit anymore, and that's why the children start destroying everything they have in this life. Okay. So everyone help me to differentiate balanced merit, good merit that we're talking about here are not the same with what people understand in society. Okay, in society people said that if we do good things, then we'll be able to accumulate a good merit, balanced merit. When you are giving money to other people, offering money to other people, right? Then you'll be able to receive a lot of good things. But the money that you, let's say the money you give to the temple, and that money helping people to elevate their wisdom to wisdom level 3, then you'll be able to accumulate balanced merit. Okay, you need to understand that. But obviously we're not going to argue with the people in society about this. We just share this knowledge so people have the awareness of this. Okay, and so we don't argue with anyone about this. What we are doing here is just understand it and expanding our awareness. That's it. Okay, and then we also help people to expand their awareness. So whoever agree with us, they join us. Okay, because in this life there's no right no wrong. People have the right to choose whatever path of life they want to walk. Just different choice. It's just a different choice. There's no right no wrong in this life, so there's no need to argue. Okay, we learn this knowledge here, so we understand it this way. But when we go home, our parents telling us that they going to believe their good merit and balanced merit to us. Okay, so we will inherit what they have. Okay, then to listen to it, accept it. You know. So all of this perspective that people share with us is the purpose of it is to help us to live a better life. Okay. Right? Otherwise, people will be doing all the nasty things. If there are no religions, people might just do a nasty thing because of their greed, their imagination, their wanting and imagination. Okay, so all of the perspective, all of the moral philosophy that try to teach people is in order for all of us to live a good life, to become good person in this world. That's all. Okay, and because our children, when they align with our energy, then they will born into our life. So the more balanced merit, good merit we have, the more balanced merit and good merit the children have. Okay. So have you noticed that? Okay. When a child is being born into a wealthy family, but eventually later on they don't have a good life at all. We do see that happen, right? So it doesn't mean that parents can pass everything down to the children. Okay? If that children already use up all of the good merit that parents already accumulated, then they end up living the unfulfilled life. So ourselves, we need to know what to do in order to accumulate balanced merit and good merit, because no one can give us their balanced merit and good merit at all. There's a lot of rich people, a lot of wealthiest people, and they leave their assets to their children. Okay? And they leave all their money to their children. And then within a year, that child destroy everything, burn all of their money, use up all of their money. So we need to know how to accumulate balanced merit, good merit. And then we help other people to also have it, also be able to accumulate balanced merit, good merit, right? So we observe society. There's a lot of children be born in a good family, and they've been taught a lot of good things. They have a wealthy parents. They inherit a lot of good stuff. But by the time they grow up, they become a black sheep in the family, doing all the bad things. Because during the process, during the time when the parents raise them up, they already use up all the good merit already. So by the time that they need to use those merit, they don't have any to use. Okay, and that's why we need to know how to accumulate balanced merit and good merit in our life. So before we learning deeper into this topic, into how to accumulate this balanced merit and good merit, okay, we need to know which factors that make us lose our good balanced merit and good merit. Okay. Which factor that so we have resentment, blame. Okay, resentment, blame, anger, delusion. Okay, sexual misconduct, and obstinacy. Okay, right, let's write them down. Okay. So the factors that affect our balanced merit, good merit. First, we have resentment. Resentment. Okay, resentment or blame. Resentment, blame, or blaming. Okay, blaming, arrogance. Arrogance. Okay. Anger, delusion. Anger, delusion. Anger, delusion go together. And sexual misconduct. Sexual misconduct and obstinacy. So these are the factors that affect our balanced merit, good merit. Okay, so resentment, blame, arrogance, anger, delusion, sexual misconduct, obstinacy. Sexual misconduct is depend on whichever society, depend on the country, depend on the period of time that sexual misconduct is judged differently. For example, in Vietnam, the Vietnam law, okay, they only allowed to have one husband and one wife. So as soon as those people, a couple, get married to each other, they are not allowed to have a sexual relationship with anyone else. Okay, otherwise they being judged as sexual misconduct. But in another country, they're allowed to have a husband, a man allowed to have 3 to 4 wives. Then they are not falling into the sexual misconduct activity at all. Okay, and sexual misconduct will lose a lot of good merit. Okay, resentment, blame, arrogance, anger, delusion, any of us, all of us here, we have them. Okay, any of us here, we have them. Any of you in this Zoom dare to tell me that since you were little until now, you never ever resent, you never ever be arrogant, you never ever get angry or deluded, right? All of us, we want to create value. Okay, we know that we want to create value. We don't know how much value we create, but we do resent, we do be arrogant, and we anger and deluded, right? Angry and deluded. So especially women, okay? Women tend to say that, oh, I done a lot already. Why don't you do this to me, do that to me? I already done so much for you already. So you have been resent, right? And so that you burn all of your good merit already. So observe our life, observe society, and see. Most of women, they tend to say that I already sacrificed so much for this family. I done everything for my husband, for my child. But at the end of the day, they treat me so bad. Okay? So you do one thing, and then you resent 2 things. You do one thing, and then you resent 2 or 3 things. Okay? So let's say you cook a meal for your family, and then your child, and then your family go and eat the meal without you, without inviting you, without being polite to you, and then you said that, okay, everyone in here are so everyone in here think of me as your the helper of this house. No one is respect me at all. Okay, so if you think it's that way, and if you are in resentment, blaming, arrogance, anger, delusions, we basically burn all of our good merit. So we do not. Okay, so if we think that, okay, don't do something and then be resentment about it. Don't do something and be arrogant about it. Okay, some women may say that this family need me. If I'm not here, everyone will be starved because no one know how to cook. So that is arrogance. Okay, and and that will lose all of your good merit. Okay. Okay. Even myself, I've also have these. Okay. I've but since I learned this knowledge, I've less and less I've start having any of this. So arrogance is a little I have it, but it's quite subtle. I didn't know that I have it. I thought I don't have it, but I do have it. Okay. And anger, delusions, I didn't hang out with anyone because I think that people are so difficult to be with. So I try to avoid people. In the past, I'm talking about the past, right? I'm afraid to make people unhappy. So I'm afraid to bother other people. So I'm afraid that people get angry with me. People judge me, people criticize me. Okay, so I didn't hang out with anyone, and therefore I didn't have many opportunity to be angry or deluded. Okay, And resentment. I didn't resent anyone, but I do resent myself. And by resenting myself, I lose all of my good merit as well. And I have a subtle arrogance, okay? And which means my pride is so big then, okay? So I do not have problems with other people. Most of the problems is with myself, okay? So I resent myself heavily. And therefore, I lost all of my good merit. So all of the good merit that I accumulate have gone in vain. Okay. So back then I didn't expect anything in life, but I do have certain subtle arrogance. I've put myself first in this society. And I think I want me to become the person who bless other people, right? And when I think of myself, I often resent myself, blame myself for certain things that I didn't do right, okay? And I only deal with myself. I only have problem with myself. And when I met our teachers, our master, he helped me to resolve all of that with myself, okay? Right, because I didn't hang out with anyone because I'm afraid to bother other people, okay? But now I learned that, okay, but in the past, because I didn't hang out with anyone, then I couldn't be able to create any value, because we only can create value when we have other people around us, right? Okay, so I didn't create much value either. Okay, sorry, just a minute. I'll be back. Yes. Yes. No thanks. Salary. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Love you, bye. Okay. In the past, I didn't. In the past, I didn't create much value. I didn't build much anything good. But because I didn't hang out with anyone, I don't like to hang out with people, so I didn't create any value. But then I destroyed my good merit by resenting myself, by being subtle, arrogant, and sometimes I just sit there and beating myself on the chest and telling myself that, what have I done with my life? Okay, and I keep blaming myself for a lot of things in life. So at that time, I didn't have a good health. I didn't have any jobs. I wasn't young anymore. Okay, I said that, okay, I just had this body, and I don't know what is the meaning of this life anymore. And then I start learning the inner being class, and that changed my life. And since I start learning the inner being class, all of my friends realize see the change in me, and they keep wondering that who has helped me to change that much. Okay, and there's one of my friends. Okay, all of my friends want to join the inner being. Okay. And one of my friends who participate in the inner being class, and then he be able to accumulate enough good merit, and then he be able to achieve his dream career to become a translator in the government. And that is his dream career. So since then, he didn't share this knowledge to anyone but come, because he happy with the life that he has. Okay. So when I start learning the inner being class, I follow the teacher. Whatever teacher tell me to do, I'll do it. I mean, I'm not a good student as such, but the teacher told me, is there any other way? Is there any other way in life? Is there any other path? Okay, I have been gone through so much in my life, over 30, 40 years already, and I'm such a failure. So now, is there any other way to do? So the only thing I have to do is follow what the teacher said. So the most transformation things happen in my life is my health. The second thing is the relationships in my life. And now I like to get married as well. And also my appearance changes, right? You see that I smile more now. In the past, I never smile at all. And if you ask me how that happened, how could that happen, then I will tell you there's no other ways apart from this. Right? If you have any other ways for you to do, go and do them. Go and do them, and then eventually you have to come back here anyway. Right? So I already seen that this is the only way to go, and that's why I'm here now. And so resentment, blaming, arrogance, anger, delusion, we all have it, right? And sexual misconduct is depend on the country, depend on the region, okay, depend on the period of time, right? What I'm talking about here is Vietnam only. In Vietnam, the law of marriage is that you have to have one husband and one wife. And if you have sexual relationship with anyone outside, you basically go against the law, and also you will lose all of your good merit. Okay, because with resentment, right, with resentment and blaming, right, arrogance, anger, delusion, you only make a certain number of people unhappy. Okay, but with sexual misconduct in Vietnam, people hate. People really hate whoever have sexual relationship with anyone else apart from their partner. So if you have you do the sexual misconduct, then your family, your parents, your relative, your wife family, your husband family, your partner's families, relatives, and your neighbor, everyone, the society, everyone will be unhappy about that, and they will swear at you, they will judge you, because the whole world gonna go against you. And that's why sexual misconduct will lose all of your good merit. And obstinacy, the people who have obstinacy, they see that only them are right, no one else is right in this world. The people who has obstinacy, they are unable to open their mind to listen to anyone. Okay, so I've let's say, for example, myself, right? If I being obstinate, then in the past I teach about the theory of Mark Lenin. Then whoever told me about heaven, hell, Buddha stuff, I didn't listen to any of them. Okay, right? I didn't listen. So if I didn't listen to anyone, I am being obstinate. Okay, but I wasn't being obstinate. Okay, I believe that all the scientists in this world, okay, we cannot use their wisdom to represent for humanity, right? Okay, so I have that awareness at the beginning that with 8 billion people in this world, there's only a small number of scientists, so they can only prove certain small things in this world. Okay, and there's a lot of things in this humanity that I don't know about, and that's why I opened my mind to listen to others as well. But I myself tend to follow the scientific perspective, and especially in the Western country as well. If you do not talk anything related to science, people will not listen to you. Okay, so it's interesting. It's very interesting, right? So whenever we introduce to them any term, they're gonna ask that, where did you get that? Which book do you get that? Right? But book, who written the book? Is people anyway, right? Okay, and sometimes when you listen to me sharing, I've shared differently from our teachers. I want people to understand in terms of scientific perspective. And our master told me that, okay, if you want to say that, you want to tell people that, and tell them, okay? I just want people to expand their awareness. So I will not say what you say, but if you want to say it, okay? So our master, our teacher, he only focused on people awareness. And I want people to understand. Okay. And then sometimes you ask something and I don't answer you. Okay. So that is obstinacy. Alright. So how can we no longer have any of this? You learn all of this already. And now we just remind each other. How can we stop resentment, blaming, arrogance, anger, delusion, sexual misconduct, obstinacy? How can we remove them out of our life? Okay. How can we remove resentment, okay, blaming by arising honoring gratitude? The moment we have honoring gratitude, then resentment, blaming disappear. Okay. We do not need to find out what is resentment, what is blaming. We just need to remain in honoring gratitude. Okay, honoring gratitude. Okay, how can we remove arrogance? We need to nurture the characters of humbleness. Okay, humbleness. Okay. And anger delusion, how can we remove anger delusions? By being tolerant. Tolerance. Inner peace. Okay, if you can stay in inner peace, then that is wonderful. But if you're unable to stay in inner peace, then tolerate to people, right? Tolerate to yourself. Okay. And sexual misconduct. In our total karma, we do not know when did we sow this seed, right? So the moment it happened, we really have no idea. But we can remove them by living with moral philosophy. Moral philosophy. Moral philosophy. Then we can avoid sexual misconduct. And in order to remove obstinacy, we must be able to achieve the inner emptiness. Inner emptiness. Inner emptiness. Or have the wisdom level 3. Wisdom level 3. And as a mentor, you already learn about honoring gratitude, humbleness, tolerance, inner peace, moral philosophy already, right? If we follow moral philosophy, we live with tolerance, inner peace, honoring gratitude. We have the characters of humbleness. Okay, if you have obstinacy and you want to remove the obstinacy, then you live with inner emptiness and elevate your wisdom to level 3. Okay, đi em. Rồi. So we already talked about balanced merit and good merit, right? Okay. Mimi đi, mẹ đang chia sẻ Zoom rồi. Kêu bà ngoài đi em. Okay. Just give me a moment. Alright, so good stuff. So the people who have sexual misconduct but no one know, then what happened to them? So what about people who have done sexual misconduct and no one know? Would they also lose their good deed? It might be unlogic, but that's right. So they may hide it and do it behind everyone, and no one know about it. Okay, no one know about it. Then no one gonna be unhappy about them, right? So technically, they do not lose any good deed. But honestly, right? Is there anything we do that no one really know? Because these two people, okay, when they actually go to the island, right, the empty island, just themselves, maybe no one know, right? Okay, because we live in this world of the full of energies. Okay, there's no such thing as what you do and no one know. Okay, there's someone they know, but they may not talk about this. That's all. So there's no such thing as no one know. Even if you both of you go into an empty island and no one living there, then at least the person who take you there, okay, they know about it. Okay. Right, so at least at the beginning, maybe no one know. Then that couple, they still continue being sexual misconduct, right? But even in Vietnam, we do not have the rule is that one husband and one wife. But in reality, there's a certain men, they are so good in relationship that they have 4 wives and no one do anything. And they still live normally with 4 wives, okay? So this has happened in reality, okay? And there's one time I met a man, he has 3 wives. And I asked him what is his secret? And he told me that's very simple, his secret is very simple. He said that whenever I be with someone, that person is number 1. That person is number 1 in this world, and no one can enter into our relationship. Therefore, the whole 3 of his women, they feel that they are number 1, okay, and the 3 women, they actually live in harmony with each other, okay. They live in harmony with each other, okay. So you already learned about the secret, right? The 3 most important questions in our life, right? Okay, who is the most important person? When is the most important time? And what is the most important task? You already learned about us. So I don't know if he learned about it just yet, but he have done that. Okay, so notice here that whatever you do that make a lot of people suffer, that make a lot of people unhappy, then you lose your good merit. Okay, so some people said that in Malaysia there's a man will have 4 wives something, but that wasn't true. Okay, I went to Malaysia already and that wasn't true. Okay, I went to Malaysia, I asked the driver, do you have a wife? And he said no, he didn't have a wife because he don't have money to get married. Okay, it's very expensive to get married, and if he marries the first wife, then he have to ask permission of the first wife to have the second wife. Okay, so it's not that he won and he can take the second wife. Okay, right. So don't be greedy here. Okay, and when I went to India, I heard that the husband, when he spent money to marry the man who had to spend money to marry the woman, okay, after I heard how much they have spent, I just want to be single. I just want to be single. That's so much money they have to spend on the wedding. Okay, so Now we know clearly about 7 offerings. What do we call 7 offerings? It's just the way that we give generously, but we understand deeply that when we give, we have to have a comfortable heart to give, and the other person who receive it, they're also comfortable to receive. And we understand deeply the importance of balanced marriage, good marriage in people's life. And only when we know the importance of it, then we do it, right? We will do it in order to accumulate good balanced marriage, good marriage, right? So go back to the importance of balanced marriage, good marriage. So what do we do in order to accumulate balanced marriage and good marriage? Okay. By doing 7 offerings every single day. Every day we do 7 offerings in order to accumulate balanced marriage, good marriage. Okay? And 7 offerings, what is it, everyone? Right, so 7 offerings, what is it? We have face offerings, eyes offerings, speech offerings, face offering, face offerings, eyes offering, speech offering, heart offering, space offering, body offering, and position offering. Okay. So when we heard of 7 offerings, most people will think of, oh my God, I do not have anything to offer other people because I must have something in order to offer, right? And there is a farmer. There's a farmer who has been working hard for so many years, okay? And he's still so poor. He works so hard every single year and still staying poor. And one day he met a wise person, and he asked that wise person that why I have been working so hard and I live as nice and I live so nice to everyone, but I'm still so poor. So this person haven't learned the inner being class, right? Okay. So he asked that wise person that, and the wise person said that to him that, okay, doesn't matter how hard work do you do, okay, that make you rich, but in order to be rich, you have to be able to offer, you have to be able to help other people in order to change your life. And the farmer heard that, but still wondering inside himself. And then he asked the wise person that, but I'm so poor, how can I help other people? Okay, if I want to change my life, I need to help other people, but I must have, in order to help, have something in order to help. I don't have anything, how can I help other people? And the wise person told him that if you want to help other people, we do not take material and money and stuff in order to give them, but whatever you have, you can give. and look at yourself, looking at yourself, okay, apart from material, what else do you have? Don't you have anything else to give? So when we heard this, how do you feel? How do you feel? If you don't have material, don't have wealth, don't have money, don't you have anything else? Can you give people your smile? Can you give people the kind eyes? Can you give people say nice things to people? Can you give people your tolerance? Can you give people your honoring gratitude? Can you give people your kind action? Can you give people a lot of other things that we can give other people apart from money? Is that right? And therefore, the farmer realized that, I always think about giving materials, and because I don't have any material, so wealth, I don't have any material wealth, so I cannot give. But if the wise person asks if I have the kind eyes, if I have smiles, if I have a nice heart, the nice action to give to other people, then yes, I do have them. So if the wise person haven't pointed out to him, he never know about it. And most people in society often think that only when I get rich, then I'll be able to help society, right? Any one of us here in the past, right? In the past, I know now you already transformed, but in the past, any one of you have ever thought that the moment you get rich, then you will go and help other people, right? So if you have ever had that thought, then type yes in the chat box. Okay. Have you ever had the thought that when I'm rich, then I will help other people? Right? So that's a good thought there. But in reality, we have to see that, okay, if in our daily life we work hard, we're helping other people, then the number of people we help and the quantity and the quality of the people we help, okay, correlate with the quality of our life. That which means that we must help as many people as possible every single day, okay, and every day we help more and more people, then our quality of life will be better every day, okay, and that will lead to a rich life. Okay, so remember that. If you ever thought that when you get rich you will help people, then just do it now. Help them now, help them immediately, then you will get rich very quick. And therefore, the people like the farmer in the story, he has worked so hard for so many years, but still cannot get rich. Why is it? Why is it? Because he thinks that only himself can work hard, then he can be rich. But right, so every day, early in the morning, he go to his farm to work, and by the evening, when everyone nearly go to sleep, then he go back to home. Then he can't meet anyone apart from him and his land. He doesn't meet anyone to create value to anyone, and that's why he cannot be rich. So if we work hard and be rich, then maybe the cow, the buffalo, they're already rich. They're richer than us, right? Think about it. Therefore, we need to know what good merit can bring to our life, and what can we do in order to accumulate balanced merit, good merit. Okay. At the end of the day, when you do philanthropist work, okay, that means that you do 7 offering, right? When you do philanthropist, that means you do 7 offerings. Later.
Can we go?
Later, yes, please. Okay, and that's that. If you take money to give to other people, okay, that can classify into body offering. You take your clothes, you take your material wealth, you take your money to give to other people. That is classified as body offering. You offer a kind action to other people. But when we offer to other people, right, we need to understand why do we need to do body offering. Okay, so the next couple of days we're going to discuss more. So if you want to do philanthropist work, then you can do it properly in order to be better for yourself and everyone else. Okay, majority of people in society think that you do philanthropist, then you need money. Okay, so money is the only way, is one of the way to help other people, to offer to other people, right? Okay, if you do not have money to offer other people, right, but you live in a way that you rich in wisdom, rich in mentality, rich in character, rich in virtue, then people will give money to you to give money to you to do 7 offering, to do your good deed, right? And we know that many rich people in the world will give money to different organizations in order to help them to do philanthropist work, right? But here we need to nurture our wisdom, mentality, character, virtue in order to be able to practice 7 offerings properly. So the next session we will learn about face offering, eyes offering, speech offering, heart offering, space offering, body offering, position offering. Each of these offerings we will learn about them one by one in the next sessions. And some of these we're already familiar to them. For example, space offerings mean we offer tolerance. We have learned about tolerance so many times already, right? Anyone here, have you ever count how many times you learned about tolerance already? Because I don't know how many class have you taken already. Because I know that in mentor class we learned about mentality topic, and in mentality topic we have tolerance. There's someone said that they have learned it 20 times, and comment asked that, is that anyone here only learned it one time? One time. Okay, so at least 3 times. So 1 time in the inner being class, 1 time in the mentor class, and 1 time to be in the 7 offering class. So if you haven't comprehend understanding of tolerance, then go back to the session and listen to them again. Right, so we have face offering, eyes offering, speech offering, heart offering, space offering, body offerings, position offering. These are the 7 offerings. So speech offering is the offerings that is the type of offering that help us to accumulate balanced merit and good merit. Okay, so speech offerings is the offerings that help us to accumulate both balanced merit and good merit. Position is a type of offerings that help us to accumulate balanced merit and good merit. But here. But position offering is different from speech offering. Position offerings only help us to accumulate balanced merit when we can give other people the positions of inner being, coaching, consulting specialist. Right. So when you give other people the position of be able to share to other people how to elevate and expand their awareness. Okay, but with speech offering, okay, whoever going to share this knowledge, they will help people to expand their awareness and elevate their wisdom level 3, right? So with speech offering, it's help us to accumulate both balanced merit, good merit. So in the book Cultivate Happiness, Master of Life, that book is also talk about tolerance, right? Okay. Đóng cửa đi ra, cảm ơn. Right, so we all need to learn about this because in the test you will have to do this, right? At least when you're going to do the test, you pick a topic to answer to do your test, and maybe you pick the topic of faith offering, right? So what is faith offering? Faith offerings, which means we offer what, everyone? We offer our smile. Faith offerings. Faith offerings. So if you go to do the test and you pick up the topic faith offering, then sit there and smile. Smile and tell like, dear teachers, my topic is faith offerings and I don't know what else to say. Then you pass already. But at least you know what is faith offering, even though you didn't say anything much, but your mentality at that time is you already faith offering to everyone. Okay? But if you pick up this topic and you gone green, your face gone green and you sit there and crying, then that's it. You fail. Okay. Face offerings. Smile. Okay, right? So if you pick up this topic, face offering, right? And you just sit there and you smile, and you can smile for 20 minutes, right? I give you 100 pounds. If you can smile for like 20 to 25 minutes, I give you 100 pounds. Right? Do you know that our face is have the it's at the part where we it's called the smiling tendons, and there's some people that tendons has been freeze, so they're unable to smile. In our Zoom, if there anyone in our Zoom had just got married recently, who had just got married recently? Is anyone in our Zoom had just got married recently? Right, chị Phương Uyên, she had just got married last week, right? Phương Uyên, is it convenient for you to share, to talk to me? If so, then please raise your hand so we can discuss. Right, it's Phương Uyên. Please describe from the moment that you have the first visitor, the first person who come to your wedding, okay, until the end of the wedding, you have to smile all the way through, right? And Phương Uyên said that, yes, okay, I have to smile the whole time. Most of the time, I don't smile quite often in my life. And my sister told me that you have been smiling for the last 35 years. Okay, so the smiling tendons around our mouth, if we don't practice often every day, then the moment that you have to smile, you're unable to do it because you don't practice enough for your tendon to be flexible in order to make a smiling face. Yeah, thank you, chị Uyên. So sometimes it's not that simple to smile, okay, and some of you unable to smile. As certain circumstances, you cannot smile. So all the models, all the Miss Universe, they appear on the magazine, on the TV. They always have to practice smiling, even though it is a smile, a an unreal smile, but they still have to practice smile. And whenever they turn their face, people always see that they have a beautiful smile. Okay, and so they can catch it on the camera. So when we talk about we offer other people our smile, even though it's an industrial smile, okay, the smile that everyone also smile the same way, right? Okay. So recently we have the ethics class, and in the ethics class, everyone have to practice to smile. Yeah. Okay. Which means we put a pencil between our mouth and practice to smile, and we practice so our smiling tendon get used to be smiling. Okay. So tomorrow we talk about face offering, and I will take the pencil and show you what you need to do. So you look at my smile, you see that I have the billionaire smile. Okay. Otherwise, it's the industrial smile. Okay. So my husband just passed me the pencil. Okay. So if it's just myself, I'm unable to go and get the pencil because it's far away. But now I'm getting married, so my husband helped me. So tomorrow we talk deeper about face offering, because this is one of the most important topic. Once we understand clearly what face offering can bring any benefit to us, then we will do it properly. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. The first session has ended, and tomorrow we in the next sessions we will learn about face offerings and do a few practice in order to at least make our face when we appear in front of other people is bring people joy. Yeah. And we will have an exercise of face offerings. That'll be very fun exercise. Okay. And today we need to understand the importance of offerings, and especially we need to understand the importance of balanced merit and good merit in the people's lives. And every day, if we practice 7 offerings, then we'll be able to accumulate balanced merit and good merit. And in these sessions, we will learn about 7 offerings in detail, so you know how to share this topic for other people as well, right? So after you learn this topic, okay, would you willing to share this topic to everyone? Would you willing to share this to other people, share this knowledge to other people? Yeah. Okay. Thank you ever so much. We dismiss the class here and see you all tomorrow. Okay. Okay, face offering for tomorrow.